Connie Hampton.
And I'm Dottie Phelps, and you know, normally I say welcome to my kitchen. Well, actually, we're not in my kitchen today.
Couldn't tell.
You couldn't tell.
Couldn't tell.
We have a beautiful backdrop here. We're at Indian Hills Winery, which is north of Puxico, and we're going to be doing actually we're going to be filming 3 shows here. So you're going to get the opportunity to see all this beautiful scenery up here and maybe sample a little wine or something.
Right. And we actually have a live audience with us today.
Yes, we do. This
Other
is the
than
first.
Bill Hampton.
Yes, other than Bill, we have a live audience with us today. So we're happy to have them here, and we hope they enjoy the winery.
Absolutely. We're excited about being out here. It's a beautiful fall day. The colors at the winery are just gorgeous. The colors driving up this morning were just gorgeous.
And I wanted to tell everybody that Nicole and Marty Sifford are the owners of this, and we really appreciate them inviting us up here. Or actually, I think I kind of invited myself, but I love coming up here, and we're really glad to be here today.
And we love their wine.
Yes, we love the wine.
Yes.
It's wonderful.
We're going to be using 2 different kinds of the wine today from Indian Hills. And not in our first show, but in our second and third show, we're going to be using some of the wine. Our first recipe is called New Orleans Style Olive Mix Cheese Ball. And I think, Miss Dottie, you created this yourself?
Well, actually, the mix I didn't, but the cheese ball I did. One day I needed to do a cheese ball for an hors d'oeuvre, and everybody gets tired of the same thing all the time. So I thought, well, what can I do different? And I happened to see the jar of this New Orleans style olive mix that I had, and I thought, oh wow, that's what I will do. So anyway, it's very good, and there, you know, a lot of people don't like olives,
right?
But
including your daughter,
including my daughter. But you can ask
her.
Connie. Yeah, my partner Connie. But you ask them, and they absolutely love it. They ask for it all the time. So normally we would use one of those jars of chopped olives.
Right.
But today we're going the hard way, or the long way, I guess, and we're chopping these. We're going to chop these olives up ourselves, and they do need to be really fine. And your hardest problem will be the first cut until you can get them kind of cut up a little bit, if you use this kind, because they want to roll off the table.
Yeah.
So we may have some on the floor here before we're finished. But
we're using 2 different kinds of olives.
Yes, we are. We're using the pitted green olives with pimentos, and we're also, it says you can use the black or the Clamato olives. We're using the black. I'm not even sure we could find the Clamatos if we're
I looked and looked
where we are. So anyway, that's what we're using today. Okay, we want these to be really fine, because remember, they're going to be in this cheese bath, so you want to do these really fine.
Now you can use this for other things other than the cheese ball.
Oh yes, you certainly can. You can put this on a sandwich. It's very good on a sandwich. You're just going to have to drain it just a little bit
for a sandwich.
Otherwise, it would be a little bit too liquid. And even also in this cheese ball, you want to kind of I don't want to say squeeze it, but you want to drain it just a little bit, because you're going to have this olive oil in there, and you're going to need to drain it just a little bit. I think I about got this first bottle done. You brought a measuring cup.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what? I don't know.
I don't think
I'm going to. Yeah.
2 jars of. It said 10 ounces. It says 2 cups of pitted green olives with pimentos, but then it has chopped 10 ounces.
Well, what I normally do is I never really measure. I always just chop and dump. Chop and dump, and then that way, if you've got a little extra, that's just that much better. So we're going. All right. Well, I'm going to put the bowl over there, and you can put those in, and I'm going to chop this other bottle or the other jar, and then we'll move on to the other stuff.
There you go. I think I smell someone's lunch cooking.
Oh.
These ladies that are here in the audience are going to be having lunch here at the winery.
That's
And
good.
they have a wonderful menu here to select from. Not only is the wine good, but the food is good.
Food is excellent. I've had several different things here and haven't got a bad thing yet. Okay. See how pretty that is? That's going to be really pretty.
Okay, I'm going to start on the celery. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of celery. So
right.
Go ahead and start chopping that.
Okay. And again, you want this to be really fine, really fine. I hope my noise on here is not picking up on the camera because it is kind of noisy with my chopping here.
Well, we're used to using your
that granite countertop. Okay. That's, yeah. What I do, Connie, is once I get that slice, then I go back and do just like you did with the olives and do it a little bit more.
Even more.
Right. That way it'll be real.
Hand before it jumps off the table.
It'll be really fine. Okay.
So how long have you been making this recipe?
Oh, actually, I've had the recipe for quite some time, but I happened to think about it this summer, and I thought, I wonder what I did with that recipe because that sounded really good to me. So I started going through all my loose recipes.
Not your 300 zillion cookbooks?
662. But anyway, I started looking for it, and I found it. So once I found it, I put it in my computer where I know it's in my favorite recipes, so that way I know where it is whenever I get ready to use it.
You find sometimes that once you get a favorite like that, you fix it, and you make it tired of it, then you put it away and sometimes forget it. Then it hits you.
That's true.
I need to get that back out.
And someone said, well, why don't you fix so-and-so? And I'm thinking, I don't even know where that is. So I have to start looking again, and I'll fix something, and I'll not fix it like you said for a while, and then I'll think, I wonder what I did with that recipe. So anyway, well, like I said, again, you can guess. It looks like 2 tablespoons to me. I think I'm about ready to put this in too. Okay. I'm going to move this over here, so if I don't dump that, wouldn't that be a disaster?
Having fun. Dottie and I were joking. We were setting up the table today, and we actually started on a 6-foot table back how many years ago?
4, soon be 5.
5 in February. We started on a 6-foot table, and here we are again today on
a 6-foot table.
Okay, we've got carrots.
All right, give me some of those, and I'll start those.
Carrot, and we also need a 1/2 cup of cauliflower. I'll get to chopping on those.
Let's see, the carrots we need 3/4 cup. All right, this is probably going to do it. Yeah.
Washing it.
It's almost better to have too much than not enough. And we're doing, since we are on location, we don't have the convenience to
go to your
pantry. run to the pantry or a drawer to get something else. And I tried to bring everything that I could possibly think of. I think I brought everything but the kitchen sink. And if I could have got that loose, I'd probably brought that too, because we need water from time to time.
There you go. Dottie and I get together, not as much as we used to, but we still have programs playing on Channel 21, YHCtv, and if you want those recipes, we share those recipes, or you can email and get those recipes.
Yeah, I had, Bill sent me someone's email the other day wanting a recipe that had aired on the 19th. I had no idea what aired on the 19th, but she said it was a dip. So what I did is I went back and checked all of the that we had done this year. So I knew it had to have been since January. So anyway, I sent her one and sent it to her. It was the fresh vegetable dip. It was so good. And I told her if it wasn't what she was looking for to let me know, and I haven't heard from her. So hopefully it was.
That email address is what, Dottie?
Recipes at YHCtv.com.
Okay. Or if you don't have access to internet, you can mail a self-addressed stamped envelope to What's Cooking at Our House, P.O. Box 712 in Dexter, 63841, and we'll get it to you via the Pony Express.
Yeah.
Which I don't think they move as fast lately as they used to.
Well, I don't think they do either, but...
I think I've got a half cup of cauliflower.
All right, is that what we're supposed to have?
Yes, ma'am.
Looks like a half a cup to me. I'll set that over there, and you can... I'm still chopping on these carrots. They're a little bit harder than the cauliflower, and
this is getting pretty.
Yeah, it's a very colorful recipe.
We've got our carrots in the bowl, and now we're going to do. Dottie, you did 3/4 cup of carrots.
Right.
Cauliflower. Now we're doing 1/4 of a cup of the parsley.
Right. Okay.
All right.
And
chop fine.
And again, I don't do a lot of measuring on something like this because it's going to be good. And if you got some extra, so what?
So be it.
More
is good.
More is good.
And I've got a beautiful red pepper here.
Oh yeah, that's going to really give it some color.
Half a cup of the red pepper. It can't get in. I mean, that's beautiful in the bowl.
Isn't it pretty?
We need to invest in some clear bowls so they can see all the pretty colors.
You know, actually, I do have some clear bowls, but I use these stainless steel ones. They're just my old standby, and I use them all the time. So
I know one time I tried to show the cameraman how pretty the colors were, and I almost dumped everything in the
yes,
floor.
I know.
So, you know, live and learn.
Well, we have fun with it, so it's not a bad thing. We have fun with it.
Well, we just get a little excited because you always tell our viewers that we eat with our eyes.
That's right. You're going to taste with your eyes first, and you want it to be a feeling.
To see it.
Yeah. I think that was a soup or something, wasn't it?
It was almost a disaster is what it was.
Oh, well, we'd have cleaned it up.
Now, we always talk about our equipment that we're using, and Miss Dottie is the knife queen.
Well,
she gets
yes.
our knives sharpened for us, and I tell you what, today is the day to have a sharp knife.
Yes, and I was going to tell you too, Connie, I've been thinking about it all week. It's time to sharpen knives again.
Okay.
So if you want to get yours out to the house, I'm going to try to do that one day next week.
We're on a schedule for this?
Well, when they get dull, it's time to do it, and mine are getting dull.
I had some students at Three Rivers Community College that were selling Rata cutlery, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
And I bought a knife sharpener from them. I actually pulled that out of the drawer this morning and put my knife through it a couple of times.
All right.
So, just to kind of get me where I needed to be. Let's see.
I did not measure this. I guesstimate a lot of stuff.
Guesstimated?
Yeah. Pepper capers.
Capers, ready to go. Tablespoons.
You know,
I
don't think we're going to do too much chopping to these. It's going to be like this, and I think we're good to go on those.
Okay, we've got a half a cup of red pepper here. You think
Okay.
that's enough, or you think we need to throw another one in there?
A little more. I think you need a little bit more.
Okay, and celery seed is
I've got it right here. And oregano.
Oregano's here, and I did not measure that, but I do have a...
Okay. Well, I've measured this celery seed, or you can use celery salt. You just want to give it that celery taste. So.
And we have dried rosemary somewhere.
Yes, actually, you can use dried rosemary, but if you have fresh, by all means use the fresh.
Sure.
And my rosemary bush in the yard is just unbelievable this year. You remember a year before last year when the basil was so big?
It was almost as tall as you.
Yeah. Well, the basil did hardly nothing this year. But the rosemary is absolutely wonderful, and it makes a beautiful bush. But anyway, I had some fresh, and I thought, I think I'll just do fresh. So that's what I did. And you can see it even though it is green, it's kind of dried, and it turns that grayish color. So it was a good thing. It was a good thing.
All right.
Okay.
Measure the oregano then.
The oregano, let's see, 1.5 teaspoons.
Okay.
And you've got that, all right?
That's tablespoons.
Yep.
I had to do the wrong. I'm still got a
I
little
think,
work to do
Connie,
here.
you've had these for a while, haven't you?
Those are my grannies.
Well,
That's
see,
why I won't get rid of them.
I
They're
have
not pretty, but they're special.
I have a set that belonged to Ron's grandmother,
Yep.
and I use those quite a bit.
Yep.
Okay.
I just can't get rid of them. I'm sorry.
All right, I'm going to do that, and then a half.
In goes the red pepper.
Oh, this is going to be so pretty. Now that won't fit in there, so we're going to do it this way. All right.
And we need a little bit of, well, not a little bit, but we need 3/4 teaspoon of the ground pepper. So I'll let you play
Yeah,
with
we'll
that.
just do this. I like to do this.
So
I don't.
we need 3/4 cup of olive oil.
Yeah, that you need to.
Okay, I think we've got everything. You're just making all
I'm
the
just,
colors blend.
yes.
There's a carrot on my
That's,
paper. I'll give that to
all
you.
right, thank you.
While you're mixing that, I'd like to just go over all the ingredients because we just kind of did jump back and forth. New Orleans style olive mix. 2 cups of pitted green olives with pimentos. We chop those. 3/4 cup black olives. We chop those. 2 tablespoons of celery chopped fine. 3/4 cup of carrots chopped fine. A half a cup of cauliflower chopped fine. 1/4 of a cup of flat leaf parsley. A half a cup of red pepper. All of that is chopped fine. We even chopped our 2 tablespoons of capers, 1/4 of a teaspoon of celery seed or celery salt, 1 1/2 teaspoon of dried oregano, a half a teaspoon of dried rosemary, 3/4 teaspoon of coarsely ground black pepper, 1 1/2 tablespoon of white wine vinegar, and 3/4 cup of olive oil. And baby, it is looking good.
It's. I don't know if you can get a shot of this or not. Kind of what you have to wait at least a week. You have to let this set at least a week before you use it.
Okay.
So put it in a jar, put it in the refrigerator, and once it's set, then I'm going to tell you how to make that cheese ball. We're not going to do that on camera. I've already got some made up, but I'm going to tell you how to do it.
And the recipe says that it will keep in the refrigerator
Indefinitely.
indefinitely.
Yes. So, and you can use this again. I mean, it's good on a sandwich. It's good on a hot dog. You can use it just like kind of as a little side dish.
Sure.
And just anyway, if you like olives, and even if you don't, I think you're going to love the cheese ball anyway.
Just don't tell them olives are in it, and Kim will eat
Well,
mine.
that's true. You don't reveal all your secrets.
But what you did today was you mixed it to make a cheese ball.
Yes, this is to make the cheese ball.
Right.
Once you get it made, once it's set for a week,
Right.
then you come back and you use, what I normally do is I use just 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese.
Right.
And I mix that with a half a cup of this. And remember, you need to kind of drain it just a little bit because this is going to be a little, you can't already see it here, but it is a little bit soupy.
There are some juices. We see that.
Yes. And I take about 3/4 cup of pecans and I chop them really, really fine in my handy dandy chopper.
Right.
And I usually put like a tablespoon of dried parsley or a tablespoon of dried dill in that pecan mixture, and then I roll these cheese balls in that, and it's excellent. Once you put that cheese ball together, you add this to it, then I kind of form it into a ball and put it in the refrigerator so it'll kind of solidify just a little bit, maybe 15-20 minutes, and then bring it out and you just make it into a ball and roll it into the pecans and the parsley or the dill, and you're good to go. So we're ready.
To serve.
Yes, we're ready to serve this. And if someone would want to come up here and get this, and we could start turning it around.
Afraid.
We have someone that's not afraid.
And you need to come on this side so they can see.
No, I'm not afraid to
You're
do
not.
this.
This is Dottie's daughter.
This is my daughter,
And
Kim, and she's one of my biggest fans, I think.
Yes, I am. They both
let me hold
do a
this while
fantastic
you
job.
dig into it. You've got to
Okay.
eat on camera.
Oh,
I eat on
this is not
camera, so
good.
you have to eat
Here.
on camera.
She loves it.
I do, and I do not like olives at all,
Right?
but this is absolutely divine.
With wine.
Oh, goes very well with wine, especially this Chamberson from Indian Hills.
Okay.
We love
You'll
it.
take that to your table.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us. Miss Dottie, another wonderful recipe.
We did it.
And again, remember that we're more than welcome to share these recipes. You can send a stamped envelope to What's Cooking in Our House, P.O. Box 712, Dexter 63841, or email
Recipes at YHCtv, and automatically to me, and I'll get them to you as soon as possible.
Thank you for joining me, Indian Hills.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I can't wait to try this.
All right. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.